Hello, let's talk about how to make a word problem for a tape diagram where we get to make up the word problem all by ourselves. So whenever a tape diagram is laid out where there's one piece of tape and then another piece of tape below it, that's usually a comparison problem. That means we are comparing whatever this piece of tape represents to whatever this piece of tape represents. And there's a difference between the pieces of tape. You can see because this one's longer and this one's shorter. And the distance is this right here, 112. So we know that this tape is 112 less than this tape, and this tape is 112 more than this tape. When we see this on the side, that means it wants us to find the total of everything. So I'm going to think of something that would make sense. Maybe because Halloween's coming up, I'm going to think about candy. So maybe a candy factory, maybe I'm going to say, I know there's two pieces of tape, so maybe they're making two things. Maybe they're making, let's say chocolate, and they're making gummy bears. Okay, so now I need to think about my problem. Let's see. The candy company made 746 chocolate bars. That is this part of the problem. They also made, okay, now I'm thinking about my gummy bears. How does my gummy bears relate to my chocolate? Oh, it's 112 more than my chocolate. They also made 112 more gummy bears than chocolate bars. That's this part of my problem and this part of my problem. I still need to write a question for this part of my problem. So this is telling me how many are in all. How much candy did they make in all? So now I have to think of my steps in order to solve this problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I can't solve for y yet because I don't know how many gummy bears there were. So I'm going to solve for the gummy bears. I know that the gummy bears is the same as chocolate plus this difference. And I'm even going to write gummy bears next to it, just so I know what I'm solving for. 6 plus 2 is 8, 4 plus 1 is 5, 7 plus 1 is 8, 858. So there are 858 gummy bears. That's over there. Sorry, you couldn't see. Now I know that there's 858 gummy bears. Now I want to find how many there are combined. So I'm going to add the gummy bears and the chocolate. And I'm going to do it up here. 858 plus 746. And this is for my total. 8 plus 6 is 14. 1 plus 5 is 6. Plus 4 is 10. 1 plus 8 is 9. Plus 7 is 16. So 1,604. I could write my word sentence. There were 1,604 candies in all. I also want to, check it. Yeah, I want to make sure my answer is right. So let me start here. I'm going to do the opposite operation for this one. 858 minus 112. I should get 746. Let's see what happens. Yep. Let's try this one. 1,604 minus 746. I should get 858. Can't do 4 times 6, so I'm going to borrow from the tens. Uh-oh, can't borrow from the tens, so I'm going to go over to the hundreds. This will become 5. This will become 10. Now can I borrow from the tens? Yes. This becomes 9. This becomes 14. 14 minus 6 is 8. 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 minus 7. Can't do that. I'll borrow from the thousands spot. This becomes 15. 15 minus 7 is 8. 0 minus nothing is 0. Oh, there it is. Check. So I know my answer is correct, and I was able to make a problem that made sense for this tape diagram.